Hey everyone, it's Suzanne Kohlberg, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am going to read my sales page for Why Wait, because I know when I come to a program page, I get overwhelmed by all the text, like just scrolling. For me personally, it's like it's too much to take in. I'm an auditory processor, so I like to hear it. So I thought, why not read it out for you? You can listen to my dulcet tones, and then you can make the decision first off, if you actually like my accent or not, because you might join my program and be like, I can't stand her voice. So better to know from the beginning. So this is for my program called Why Wait. And here we go. So the number one reason why all your past attempts at weight loss have failed. This is a long letter to those serious about sustainable weight loss, regardless of what diet or approach you choose. So how do you change your mindset to lose weight? Introducing my 10-week group coaching program, Why Wait? We're beginning this round, depending on when you listen to this, on the 24th of January, 2022, and it ends on the 3rd of April, 2022. So if you're reading or listening to this letter, you have tried and failed to lose weight a lot of times. Like really, a lot. But why? Why do those programs work for others, but not for you? I'll get to that soon. I'm reading this letter to you today to invite you to join my group coaching program, group coaching program, Why Wait? And this isn't your usual sales pitch. There are no before and after photos, no claims of how many kilos/pounds I've helped people lose, and no song and dance ever, but about the secret 8-step process I've created for weight loss, because I call bullshit on that. This also isn't a short letter because I have a lot to say. So if you don't want to take the time to listen to this, please don't skip to the end and sign up for my program. Lasting weight loss is a process and it takes time. And if you're still in the get it done quick mindset, I can tell you right now, I am not the coach for you and this is not the program for you. But if you're ready to take a peek at the deep work, I invite you to grab a cuppa or beverage of your choice, relax on the couch, listen in, and give yourself time to truly drink this all in. So I'll start with my story. Contrary to the advice I've been given from every business coach I've worked with, I'm going to start this with talking about myself, because I think you might see yourself in my story. The reason I am so passionate about weight loss is because of my own journey. From my first diet at age 4, yes, you heard that correctly, I've lost and regained in excess of 500 kilograms. I think that's over 1,000 pounds if you measure in pounds. Yeah. Anyway, and I was a yo-yo dieting addict, and it has taken its toll on me physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. And in 2015, I was bigger than ever. I weighed 150 kilograms, which is 330 pounds, and I felt exhausted, as I said, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. And I was tired of diets that I couldn't stick to and gizmos and gadgets that I spent a lot of money on, but never truly worked. And I knew that there had to be another way to reach a healthy weight, but I didn't know how. And I was overwhelmed and I felt truly alone, like no one else understood me or what I was going through. And it was like I was at the bottom of a giant mountain. And no matter how hard I tried to climb, I could never quite reach the top and see the view I knew was waiting for me. Instead, I'd stumble and fall spectacularly to the base to start over and over again. And if you want to hear more about this, I wrote a book called The Beginning is Shit, where I go into this in a book's worth of detail. I was going to say, if I had it handy, I would hold it up, but it's across the room. Now in 2021, at the top of the mountain, the view is spectacular. And the journey was challenging, I'm not going to lie, but it was totally worth it. So I've created this program to be what I wished I'd had on my 78 kilogram weight release journey, because you can totally do this alone. I don't want you to ever feel like, if I don't have Why Wait, I can't do this. No, you can totally do this on your own. But why would you want to? It's so much better in a community of people that you can be seen and heard and connected with. So about you, if you're wanting to join my program and get started on this climb together, I won't promise you're going to make it to the top in 10 weeks. It honestly took me 3 years, but we can certainly get you climbing. And if you're doubting yourself, I want to reassure you that I get it. I know what it's like to think, why would this time be any different? I have failed so many times before. I know what it's like to feel you were doing all this hard work on the inside, which doesn't show immediately on the outside. How disappointing is that? Like, seriously. So you get frustrated and you think, what's the point? And you look for solace in a block of chocolate or a tub of ice cream. And one thing, it's not on the letter, but I will say, you'll never get any judgment from me. No judgment, no shame. My original business name was Health Without Shame, because there is so much shaming, and shaming never brings lasting change. It can initiate, like, that's why we do these 6 and 8 week and 10 week challenges, because we feel so shameful that we need to make a change stat, and then we can't maintain it. And we're creating the yo-yo inadvertently. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I don't claim that I'll solve all your problems in one program. I'm not a genie. Be cool if I was. My son just bought an Aladdin's lamp. If I read this again, I'm going to need to bring props. But if you join and you get one golden nugget, one new idea that you follow through and make it a part of your everyday life, one habit that becomes just as routine as brushing your teeth and having a shower, what is that worth to you? And it's my hope that you get so much more than one golden nugget. But my aim is for each and every participant to have at least one moment in the program, an aha that is life-changing, that they go, Suze said this just for me. Because like a bell, once you've heard it, you can't unring it. And this journey to your goal weight may very well be a long one. But on the other side, I assure you, you'll be so glad you went on it. You don't have to do this alone. And again, I designed this program to be one that I wished I had. So I've put in all the features and all the things that I wished for along my own journey. And in times of struggle, all you need to do is continue to put one foot in front of the other. They say 80% of success is just showing up. Hashtag stay in the room. Keep on walking at your own pace. It's not a competition. We're all going alongside each other. And if you can commit to showing up each week and taking that small step, I'm committed to being there to support you along the way. In this program, I'm sharing all of my learnings and tools I found to permanently release my weight. And one of the most common questions people ask before working with me is, will I lose weight doing this? I've tried so many times before, nothing lasts. And I'll be honest here, I can't guarantee results, but I can tell you I'm hyper and focused. And it didn't work. I am hyper focused on you making sustainable changes. So if you commit to implementing the small steps and bringing your progress to the group together, then we can unpack what's going on for you and what's getting in the way. Here's my take on why diets don't work. I struggled with my weight for years, decades, and I felt like I tried every plan there was. Seriously, it was like a graveyard of all these diet plans that didn't work for me. And to add insult to injury, for everything I tried and failed, there was someone who I knew who it had worked for. So this made me feel even worse about myself. What's wrong with me? Why did it work for her and not for me? And sometimes you get resentful of your friends because you start together and they're having success and you're not, and you know, it's not a nice feeling. So here is some of the plans I tried, and by no means an exhaustive list. Weight Watchers, many times. Tony Ferguson, Herbalife, Body Trim, CSRO diet, Atkins diet, Dukin diet, Heart Foundation guidelines, more diets clipped from magazines than I care to admit. You know how they have the glossy cover saying, here's the plan? Paleo, meal planning, fasting, slow carb, no carb, Celebrity Sim, Juice Plus, HCG, gym prescribed diets, Fat Camp. I went to Fat Camp. I talk about it in my book. Okay, it was a wellness retreat. That's it. But seriously, it was Fat Camp. It was an intense time. And every time I tried and failed, I felt constantly worse and worse about myself because none of these things that work for everyone else ever seem to work for me. So if you can relate to this, you are not alone. And let me reassure you, there's nothing wrong with you. Seriously, whether or not you join my program, if you get one thing from listening to this, it's that there is nothing wrong with you. Why don't these plans work? Here's why. None of these plans work in the long term because you keep falling off the wagon. And the reason you keep falling off the wagon is because you haven't done the inner work. Weight is the physical representation of a largely mental and emotional process. And so when we are trying to address the physical, but we don't look at our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions, we have a problem. The plans, the diets, they don't teach you what to do when you invariably go off the plan. We are human beings. We crave more than anything autonomy. A plan takes our autonomy away by saying, eat this, don't eat that, burn this many calories, get this much sleep. And then we get to a point where we can't do that anymore. And we all go off the plan sometimes, which is why I created Why Wait program, because we don't need to be told what to eat and how to exercise. We already know that. So what do we need? The 3 core elements of my approach to weight loss. What we do need is support and guidance to do these 3 things. 1, learn to listen to our body. You might be like, God, I'm turning it off. Listen to my body. If I listen to my body, I'll be bigger than ever. Stay with me. 2, change our beliefs about our body, because up until now, we've believed that we can't be trusted. And then we've created that because that's what we believe. Thoughts become things. And 3, reconnect to our deepest desire, because so often it's never about the weight. And you might be like, this person's crazy, turn it off. But if you're still with me, we think that by losing weight, we will gain something, happiness, confidence, something like that. Part of the reason we keep ourselves stuck in these habits is because, how often have you tried to lose weight before or been a bit successful and been like, shit, I'm still not happy or magically confident. Fuck, might as well eat because at least that makes me happy. Why Wait is not another diet or exercise plan. I don't even talk about what you eat or how you move, because for lasting weight loss, the plan doesn't matter. Let me repeat that. For lasting weight release, the plan doesn't matter, because no plan is infallible. In the hustle and bustle of real life, a plan accounts for every conceivable circumstance, for when you're tired, for when the kids won't go to bed, for when unexpected happens, for when it's Easter or Christmas or your birthday or your anniversary, or so on and so forth. What matters is the inner work to build your skills. Do you have the skills to make a good decision in the moment, to see food and not eat it, to tune into your body and feel, what do I actually need? If not, that's why I've created Why Wait, because so often we haven't yet built these skills. So we have a lifetime of programming to undo, to unlearn in order to relearn. And these skills are habits that we can build together. What is Why Wait? Why Wait is a 10-week group. I keep going to say poaching. To say, do I have eggs on the brain? Or Why Wait is a 10-week group coaching experience, and each round of 10 weeks is considered a cycle. And once you've completed a cycle, you may feel called to join in again and take your learnings deeper to the next level, or you may feel complete. The journey is truly your own, and I'm your guide to the journey, your journey, the best that I'm able. The 8 main things you get from this program. 1, 8 content modules delivered via Facebook Live. Yes, they are delivered live. I can't stand pre-recorded stuff from donkeys years ago that's no longer relevant. Each round, it's fresh, it's new. The content, the ideas might be similar, but they'll be delivered in a new way, because I'm a lifelong learner. So it's always delivered live, and they're going to give you the foundational skills for lasting weight release. Number 2, live support. We get 8 group coaching calls on Zoom to help you overcome speed bumps and create sustainability. Number 3, weekly group journaling sessions. Number 4, interactive private Facebook community of like-minded women to both be your support team and your cheer squad, to witness you, to be there for you. The group support, I reckon, is worth the investment of the program alone, because there's nothing like being with people who get you, who see you, who hear you, who don't go, have you tried keto? What about kimchi? Who are just listen. That's priceless. Number 5 is the scavenger hunt. It's an interactive game to help you stay in the room and take action, because we all join programs and go, I'll get to it later. Scavenger hunt keeps you taking action. Number 6, dedicated thread to share your insights, a powerful way to learn from others' breakthroughs, because it's like a domino effect. One person has an aha and it's through the group. Number 7, prizes. Gifts is my highest love language. And if you're like me, you're motivated by prizes. It includes one-on-one coaching as one of the prizes, and a gift in the mail. Anywhere in the world, something in the post. Number 8, a meditation library, a series of pre-recorded meditations. That's the only pre-recorded that I do, my meditations. are made available throughout the program. And this program is your safety net so that when you go and eat the takeaway food, you've got somewhere to go and have a conversation about what triggered it and what skill it is you need to actually be working on. A place where you can own, hey, I ate McDonald's, and rather than using that as an excuse to throw in the towel and binge fest or flog yourself at the gym to make up for it, instead you can create and foster the healthy skills of getting curious about your behavior. Because there's a difference between I ate McDonald's and I felt crap, or I am crap because I ate McDonald's. Like that tiny shift, we are always worthy exactly as we are, no matter what we ate, no matter what our body looks like, 100% worthy. Sometimes we make decisions that don't serve us, but distinguishing our worth as a person and from our food, powerful. We also learn to ask your body, what were you trying to connect with in the moment? What was missing for you that you reached for the food? How are you trying to fill this giant void within you with food? By people who get it, not people who say, well, just don't, because that's really not that helpful. And we also go beyond the surface excuse of, I was just tired, I was too busy. Like, why were you tired? What's really going on? Without judgment, without shame. If you're too busy, is there ways that you can delegate or ditch things that are on your to-do list so that you have time for you to make yourself a priority? There are so many reasons to unpack what happened. And the sooner you can do it, the less likely it is it's going to become an out of control spiral. Because we know what it's like. I've blown it now. Might as well eat everything. I'll start tomorrow. Or I'll start Monday, the universal day to change your life. No. In the moment, what happened? And how can I prevent this in future? What need was trying to be met by this? How was I trying to fill the void within with food? So what this program is not, I just want to highlight that this is not a go hard or go home and see how much weight you can lose type program like The Biggest Loser. Actually, I didn't list that above. I did The Biggest Loser diet as well. Because anyone can force their body to drop weight, but you can't force it to stay off. Let me repeat that. Anyone can force their body to drop weight, but you can't force it to stay off. This is an interactive learning experience, and you have my complete permission and encouragement to go at your own pace. We have a strong community vibe. So I encourage you to contribute by offering your own experiences, insights, and aha moments with each other as generously and as often as you can. The more you show up, be real, be vulnerable, and be supportive of each other, the more we grow as a community together. A rising tide lifts all ships. However, please understand this is not a done for you program. This isn't like walking into the shop and paying someone to remove all the fat for you. That's called liposuction. And although it may seem easier, they can suck the fat away from your body. They can't suck away the negative thoughts that you have about your body. And, what happens to this? We end up recreating it. We've yo-yo dieted before. The results you will get from this program are totally up to you. And if you truly desire this change and you'd like my support and help, I encourage you to make the decision to join now. One thing to note, it's a group coaching program. It's not group therapy. Coaching is designed to take you from where you are to where you want to go. And I've got another page on my website called Frequently Uttered Questions, or FUCKS. Feel free to go and check that out if you want some more details. So the Why Wait program is likely for you if you are done with quick fixes. Because let's face it, while meeting a weight loss wizard with a magic wand would be absolutely awesome, that's never going to happen. Sorry, I was just looking. My son has a magic wand in here he was playing with earlier today, and I thought I could pick that up. As I said, next time, I'm going to need props. The only way you're ever going to have the life you want is if you start living it one mouthful, one movement, one moment at a time. And what you're really looking for is someone who'll stick with you and support you while you transform yourself, because I totally believe that you have all the power you need inside you. You just need to be rewoken to it. Why wait's also likely for you if you know that you draw comfort from overeating. You recognize that this behavior needs to stop, yet you feel daunted at the idea of stopping, and you know that you need support. And you might not even be able to articulate the support that you need yet, but you know you need it. Why Wait is likely the program for you if you want to give up dieting, but you're scared. Because if you give up dieting, you may end up bigger than ever. And you need support from someone who's been where you are and others who are going through the same process. Why Wait's likely the program for you if you're tech savvy enough to handle Zoom and Facebook. I'm totally on board with helping you troubleshoot your life, your emotions, your habits. Just trust me when I say you don't want me sorting out your tech too. Why Wait is likely not a fit for you if you're not truly honest about the actions you're taking. If you say you really want to do this, but then you don't make time for the calls, you don't do any work between sessions, you won't get the results. I will always hold a judgment-free zone, like I get it. But if you lie to me, you're only fooling yourself. I know what it's like when life gets in the way and there's so many demands, but transformation will always take consistent and persistent action. You can't get good at what you don't do. You can't say you want to change 100 million times, but it won't happen until you make it so. Why Wait is likely not the program for you if you're not prepared to deal with setbacks. There will be times that are full of delight and joy and skipping through the fields of flowers and marveling at the view from the mountaintop. But there'll also be times when you feel like you're trudging through endless drudgery, swamps of mud and quicksand. It's all part of the journey. Keeping going even when it's hard is what builds the strength you need to reach your goal. It's easy to do a rain dance when it's already raining, but when it's not raining, you need to turn on the hose. So it's keeping turning up for yourself. Why Wait is not the program for you if you're not ready to become self-accountable. At the end of the day, there's no passive eating like there is passive smoking. You put the food in your mouth, and it's time to stop blaming your hubby because he brought home the chocolate, or your kids for their school fundraiser, or your family for not teaching you better. I know it's tough, but it's so liberating to recognize that you have control over your own choices. Or if you've forgotten, you're ready to relearn. Why Wait's not the program for you if you need a punching bag. If you want someone to blame because you're not getting the results, that's not me. I know this work is hard. I was super morbidly obese for the majority of my life. But I also know there's a sustainable, effective way out if you do the work. I'll be your support person, your confidant, your cheerleader, and when needed, I can bring the tough love in an empathic way. But I will not be your virtual punching bag or validate your excuses. So your investment, I've got price transparency, but it depends on when you're watching this. So check out the website for latest, because I run super early bird, and the full price of the program. So the investment's clearly stated on the website. I believe 100% in price transparency, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to have to record 3 versions of this video. And I do have paid in full and installment options to if the payment is an issue for you. And I don't penalize for that. One of my pet peeves is the reason I want installments is because paid in full isn't an option, and then you're going to sting me by charging me significantly more. So there's no penalty if you choose the payment option. You'll be paying the same amount. So what will this program be like? Let me paint a picture for you. You wake up on Monday morning and you grab your phone, telling yourself you'll get out of bed and go for that walk just as soon as you check Facebook. You see a notification from a fellow Why Wait program participant with a picture from their morning walk. There's a post from another with a funny meme about making excuses to throw in the towel, and you feel like they're peeking in your window. You drag yourself out of bed, popping in a quick post saying that you're grabbing your shoes and heading out the door, and a bunch of "you've got this" gifs appear, or "pics and it didn't happen" comments. A smile crosses your face and you notice an unfamiliar feeling that you're not alone. There are people who support you and celebrate you on the other end of your device, and you can tap into that energy anytime, day or night. You pop your earbuds in and head out the door for your walk, listening to the replay of the last module or group coaching call. You call this your net time, as in no extra time, as you can learn as you walk, literally killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And when you get back from your walk, you quickly pop in the group and share a pic of the beautiful sunrise, knowing you'll get oohs and ahs from the other participants who love that you share pics of where you live, and it reignites your appreciation of where you live. You didn't realize the beauty in your own backyard until you started to share it with others. You may even pop a quick comment on the insights thread as something you heard on the replay really resonated with you and you want to discuss it further with the others. You turn off your phone and start your week as you always hoped you would, taking small actions towards your weight goals and knowing when the triggers and challenges arise, you have a group of like-minded women who have your back and remind you to keep going, taking 1 step at a time. Why sign up now? If this feels like a fit, here's a couple of compelling reasons to consider. Reason one, depending if you're hearing this, is the super early bird price or the early bird price. I will likely raise the price in future rounds. Each round, the starting price I have been raising it if I'm fully transparent. As with each iteration of the program, my skills as a coach evolve and I continue my own personal development coaching journey. So that's the reason I put the price up most times. Reason two, you get access to the alumni rate. Now, this is super sexy because once you've participated in a round of Why Wait, you are considered an alumni member and you're offered significant discounted rates for future rounds. So details of the rates are provided at the end of your current round, because I don't want people to go, oh, I'm not really in, so I'll just pay for next time and fall off. Like, we want to make the most of the investment that you have made. So each round, the alumni thing is always discussed right at the end, so you can make the most of the time that you've invested. A lot of people go, I want it, but I can't afford it. While sometimes that may be true, often if you dig deeper, what's more true is this isn't a priority for me right now. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard people say, I can't afford to work with you, and then go and drop $1,000 on a personal training package or a shake diet. And no judgment, because I can't tell you how many times I've done this myself. So if that's you, my first question is doing the inner work a priority? And it might not be. I know some people who, when they get really honest with themselves, they realize they don't want to do the inner work. They just want to throw money at personal trainers or shakes or supplements so they feel as if they're doing something, but deep down inside, they know that the approach will never work, and that is their journey. If you decide that you're done with throwing money at things that will never work and instead are ready to do the inner work, this is a huge step. It's scary and it's exciting, and I applaud you. The next question for you is, what am I willing to invest? And I'm not just talking about money here. There is also time and energy, the three currencies that we have: money, time, and energy, because there's no lasting weight loss without investment. And finally, there's the very important question of whether or not this feels like it's the right program for you. This program might not be the best investment of your time, energy, and money, but whether it's my program or someone else's, getting the right help can save you years of yo-yo dieting, wasting money on things that you'll never use, like the treadmill that becomes the expensive clothes horse, and signing up for programs that you never attend. So I want to contextualize the price, but I don't want to get too far into the weeds with the maths, but just invite you to consider how much you're currently spending on takeaway and junk food per week. If you are really honest with yourself, how much does the block of chocolate here, the bottle of wine there, the takeaway meals, the coffee, the cake, how much does that add up to? Now, I'm not promising you that all of those behaviors are going to disappear overnight, but I just want to highlight that it's likely you're currently spending that amount already. You just don't admit it to yourself, because you're currently spending haphazardly a few dollars here and a few dollars there, which add up over time. And instead, I'm asking you to invest a bigger amount in yourself up front. You may even feel some fear hearing this. Like, if I do this program, Suze, will I never get to enjoy food again? That is not my intention. I still love food. I just wanted to show you that, there's a difference between unconsciously spending to feel an immediate need with gratification and consciously investing in ourselves, which is really, really scary, because what if it doesn't work? I've tried so many things. Why will this be any different? And I get that. Bottom line is, there is immense value in this program for those who are ready to make use of it. Lowering your risk. This is a considerable investment of your time, money, and energy. So if I was in your position, I'd be thinking about this many times over and discussing it with my partner before I signed up. And I've done my best to lay it out here, but I absolutely understand there may be a need to talk with me about it. If you'd like to set up a time to have a chat on the phone, drop me an email and we can talk, info@suzannekohlberg.com. But please note, this won't be a sales call. I won't be going over the details that I've already outlined here. It will be is this a fit call? And I expect you to have read or listened to all of this before scheduling a time. So if this feels like a fit, I would love to welcome you to join us in Why Wait. It really honestly lights me up. It's the most fantastic community, and I'm truly honored to be I don't want to say the head. It's like we're at a round table together. I'm so honored to facilitate this group community. If if you've got more questions, as I said before, I have the frequently uttered questions, the Fox page. You can head over there. And I just want to finally say 2 things. P.S. Investing in yourself by enrolling in this program is a bold move. But if my point of view, if this what you've heard resonates with you and you're ready to do the inner work, even if you're scared, I would be really surprised if this was a decision that you regretted. And PPS, my work is often described as life-changing. I make no promises about this because any program, the results are created as a co-creation between the facilitator and the participants. The clients whose testimonials I've shared, well, I didn't read any. There's some on my website if you want to go and have a look. I must admit, I'm not a big testimonial sharer because personally, it's not something that sways my decision on whether to purchase something, because we're only ever going to share I could start on a rant on that. But like my pet peeve, especially with weight loss programs, as I said, there's no before and afters here. There's no we've lost X kilos. But in so many diet programs, you go to it, like weight programs, and they go, this person lost 70 kilos. And you're like, oh my God. And there's asterisks and it says results not typical. But I'm sure if you wanted to chat to anyone from a program, I could arrange it for you because the community is so loving and people would want to talk. And maybe I might make some videos with some members, giving myself ideas as I share this with you. But, you know, the people I work with who do give testimonials, who do give shout outs, they have put the effort in. They have done the work. It's not me. It's the co-creation, yes, and I've held the container, but I can't do this for you. They've put the effort in, it's paid off, and I'd love to welcome you to do the same. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, here we go. Nice things people say. So if you go to the suzannekohlberg.com/Why Wait program and scroll down, there's a bunch of them there. So you can read them. I'm not going to read them out, but yes, thanks for listening. Have a fabulous day, night, evening, whenever you're listening to this. Bye for now. I hope to see you.